What's up, Transformers fans? I'm Mondo, the Dad Bottomus Prime. Well, you guys seem to be really enjoying my Cyberworld videos. I enjoy making Cyberworld videos and talking about Cyberworld with all of you guys. So, for today's Moonbase 84 transmission, I'm going to be giving you my review of the Transformers Cyberworld Armored Cyberchanger Ratchet. So here we have Ratchet in his robot mode, and I do believe every Cyberworld toy comes packaged in robot mode. I haven't seen any that don't. But yeah, here he is, and right off the bat, just to get it out of the way, I'm just going to quickly go over articulation, because we pretty much know what these Cyberworld characters can do when it comes to articulation. And to be honest with you guys, I get bored doing my articulation segments in my videos. I know it's important when reviewing a toy, but it just bores me. It's just like, oh, here's his knee, but anyway, so we'll just get it out of the way, because these, as we know, are very limited. So just like every other Cyberchanger or Cyberworld character, his arms swivel, they go up that far. He can kick forward, he can kick back, a little wiggle on the ball, and a knee bend, and that is it. So now that we got that out of the way, we will start taking a closer look at Ratchet. But I do want to start off by showing this. I did save the packaging just to show you, because I really like the artwork for his head sculpt on the packaging. I think that's pretty cool. He looks very young, but when you take a closer look at the toy's head sculpt, if it doesn't get shined out by the light, he doesn't look quite as young. He actually looks kind of grouchy, like Ratchet usually is. But I just thought that was cool, this artwork. And also, I was hoping to get a glimpse at an unknown character or something, but with the back, but we just get that big Energon Surge Bumblebee. Okay, so taking that closer look, once again, the head sculpt, I love the hits of orange to make like the design work on Ratchet's head. I want to say horns, but they're not, because they're on his like helmet, but very Ratchet-esque. And get some hits of blue for the eyes. His face, get it in camera, his face unfortunately kind of gets lost in that sea of white, but he is all white and gray, and of course the blue clear plastic, which emulates his Energon Surge powers. But there is some nice sculpted detail in there. Get that white in the chest, which is most likely glow in the dark. Every time I try to show off the glow in the dark effects with these Energon Surge toys, it never pans out, so I'm not sure if I'll even show it. And you get some more of that orange, and I do like the orange against the white on this figure. It really pops. Going around the back, you have some more of that orange for the VTOLs of his copter mode, and of course you get the propeller. The propeller does spin, so that's pretty cool. And then he is the higher price point Cyberchanger, being an armored Cyberchanger, so he gets all of these Energon Surge clear plastic blue pieces. Some do have some hits of white to break it up. Again, really pops the white off the blue. Speaking of those Energon Surge parts, here on the instructions in the back, well, not the instructions, the back of the box, it shows you how to build and combine all those pieces together. And then, but once you get them combined, I don't know what you do with them, because the instructions don't show you what you can do with them all combined. It actually looks like an axe head, but there's no handle. And I haven't found any place on Ratchet where you can hold it combined. So I think that's very odd. Maybe there's like a gimmick they haven't really told us about, where you'll get a few of these new armored up Cyberchangers and they form a bigger weapon. Maybe that's the case. Or maybe it's meant to combine to go with like your bigger Cyberworld characters, like your Shockwaves, your Scourges or whatever, but I'm not really sure. But, so I won't be combining it, because I can't show you what it does. What you can use the pieces, of course, in other ways to armor him up. You get two of these pieces in the clear blue. Nice sculpt work once again. You get two of these with that hit of white. Looking very like ice, the angles on these. And then you get two of these. So you can, Cyberworld, you can mix them and match these pieces in various ways. You can put them on other characters. I'll do what the instructions say. And they say to plug, you got the holes in the back, peg here. They say to plug these in the back like so. Making sure I'm on camera. Ugh. The propeller's getting away a little bit. Like so. And they say to take these pieces here and plug them on like so. And then they actually say to take these pieces and put them on the forearms like that, because they're like thrusters, you'll see. in alt mode. And like that. So that is the instruction setup for all the armored Cyberchanger bits for Ratchet. But like as I said, you can mix and match. Oops, that one wasn't plugged in all the way, but that's fortunate. What you can also do is I kind of like putting like one of the wing things like that. Oops, I forgot to mention the propeller section of the VTOLs does pop off. I like doing this. Sorry, got sniffles a little bit, allergies. Pop that back on. I did not intend for that to pop off. Oh yeah, the wing gets in the way. Get centered. And maybe you got this one left over. So maybe pop that in the back like this. And now he has like a blaster shield combo, which I think is pretty cool. And you can do other various things. You can put this up here. You can put both thrusters in the back instead of the wings for like flying power. Yeah, so that adds to the playability and the fun. And as I said, you can give, you can mix and match the pieces with other Cyberworld characters. And here's Ratchet with a couple of other Energon Surge good guys, that being Cheetor and Jazz. And we'll throw in Optimus Primal just because I expect him to show up in Season 2 in some form or another. I don't know, he's blocking the way. But yeah, they look pretty cool together. Now when you add Cyberworld Wheeljack into the mix, you soon realize that there are an awful lot of white characters on the good guy side when it comes to the Cyberworld characters, which is strange. I personally would like to see some more colors instead of a sea of white. Even the Yeti Hound has a lot of white on him. It's very strange. It's also very strange because that was reasoning by Hasbro why we don't get Sunstreaker in like media more often, because they don't want to use another yellow character because Bumblebee's yellow. But it is Cyberworld. They kind of have a freer reign to do what they want, but I do wish that they would start mixing up the colors a little bit more. Now I've gone ahead and taken off all of the Energon Surge armor bits so we can get Ratchet transformed into his alt mode. So what you want to do here is just simply spread his legs like so, locking his feet like so, rotate his arms, which are really tight this way, like so. It's hard to grip. Like, I'm always afraid it's because I'm afraid I'm going to snap those propellers. So now that you have them like that, you just get your fat fingers, if you're like me, hit the camera. It's so tight. It's starting to make me nervous how tight these things are coming, these new figures, because of the clear plastic. And there you have that. Just simply flip it forward like that, swing his arms in like that. There's a little peg here, these aren't straight, that tabs into, it's hard to see because it's clear plastic, a little notch here. So get that lined up, boom, and boom. And there you have his copter mode, which I think is really cool. Fun little copter. Of course, we already saw all the parts because of the simple, I can't get it out. The simple transformation. There's his VTOLs, again, with the orange making it really pop. Of course, you get the blue clear plastic. You do get that little hit of orange on the front, which I think is supposed to be the cockpit, and the white glow in the dark. I think that's pretty cool. So a cool little helicopter. His blades do spin. And then, if you want, you can once again arm him up, or armor him up, I guess you'd say in this case. So I'll do what the instructions said. Of course, you can mix and match. Put those there. Oops. Plug this in here. And then what do they do? Oh. Put these here. Now, see, the propellers like to get in the way. Do that. Plug that one there. These are in the fists. These are also really tight. As you can see, I'm having trouble. There we go. Why is that crooked? Because I got it backwards, dumbass. Simple toys, and yet I still screw it up. Okay. We want it like this. Actually, no, I had this one backwards. We want it like that. I am sorry, guys. I am a moron. Well, you can have it that way if you want, but I'm trying to do what the instructions say. There. Then you put these here. Like that. And like that. And close that back. So now you have like some thrusters for the back, some wings. Of course, now you can't spin the blades, but now he's like in his, you know, maybe jet mode where he can go much faster. And of course, it adds a ton more of that clear plastic blue to the overall alt mode. That popped off, of course. But of course, you just pop it back on. So yeah, that's pretty cool as well. Perhaps a little bit too much blue, you know, drowning out all the other colors, but yeah, really cool. So that's my look at the Transformers Cyberworld Armored Cyberchanger Ratchet. And overall, I really like this Ratchet figure. He just speaks to me. I think it's a lot of it has to do with the orange against the white. It really pops. Now this is the first Energon Surge Armored Cyberchanger that I picked up so far. And I gotta say that I like how they switched the Armored Cyberchanger gimmick to be like little weapon accessories that you can mix and match and things like that, as opposed to, you know, our first wave of them where we got like things like Chop Chop here, who I love as a character, but you just got these bricks of a weapon. I mean, this did add playability, but, you know, and it can be an axe or a gun, but it's just too big and cumbersome for these figures, I think. I like this idea that they decided to go with instead, where you just mix and match parts and you can give them to other characters. It's just more fun, as far as I'm concerned, in my opinion, to go this route. I will say the clear plastic does make me nervous. All these characters are coming out in clear plastic, and I guess time will tell how well that holds up, but it does make me nervous that one day I'll go to mess with one of my Energon Surge characters and parts of it will crumble, which would really suck. So hopefully Hasbro found a way to solve the clear plastic problems to make it more durable. It is a thicker clear plastic, so hopefully that helps than, you know, what we sometimes see. But yeah, overall, a really fun figure, once again, for the Cyberworld toy line, and I'm pretty happy with him. So that'll about do it. Once again, thanks for all of your support, and welcome to our new subscribers, who we keep gaining more every day, it seems, and that is really awesome. I appreciate all of you. Drop me a comment to let me know what you think of this Ratchet here, and as always, thanks for docking.